Hey guys, welcome to our new kitchen. I'm Dr. Tiff and we are going to start doing some recipes. One of our favorite things, and especially in Nashville right now, all the craze is pulled pork barbecue, and everybody loves a pulled pork taco. So when Stu and I are up for something, we try to create a healthier version of things that we love. And so one of the things that we've really started doing here at home is making pork tenderloin and using that in our tacos, because a pulled pork is typically a shoulder or a pork butt, and they can be super fatty. So the pork tenderloin, and I get this Jamaican jerk style, so it's already marinated. It might add a little bit more sodium to it, but in my mind it makes it more tender and it just infuses the flavor into it. I just got this at Kroger. It's already marinated, and if we look at the macros on it, 2.5 grams of fat for 4 ounces. So it's super lean and it allows you to eat a lot bigger portions and hit your protein numbers without overshooting your fat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make some pork tacos. The tortillas that we use are these extra thin corn tortillas. This is just a Mission brand. But what I love too here is I get 3 tacos. 3 tortillas is only 24 carbs, 1.5 grams of fat. So instead of a big flour tortilla where you might get 1 taco, I can eat 3 tacos for 24 carbs. And then for Stu, he can eat like 6 tacos. He just doubles up 3 tortillas on his tacos, and it's just a super filling, indulgent, you feel like you're cheating. So extra thin tortillas, we got our jerk style tenderloin, some fresh cilantro, and then we love the queso fresco. So we just make sure we weigh this out. 1 ounce is 6 grams of fat, but it's that nice, authentic, crumbled, salty cheese that's so good. We got a fresh jalapeno, and I love the Spanish onion, but you could use a yellow onion, a white onion, but I like the purple Spanish onions here. And then we are also going to make a spicy slaw. So I just get the pre-made coleslaw mix, so much easier than chopping it yourself. And then I get the reduced sodium taco mix, so it gives it a little bit of a taco slaw, Mexican slaw feel. So the first thing we're going to do, so that we're just got everything prepped and ready, is we're going to pop the tenderloin in the oven. I cook it slow and low, or excuse me, low and slow. So we put it on 275 for a couple hours and just get it nice and tender. So we're going to go ahead and get that going so that when we're ready to eat, it'll be ready. Super easy. I've already lined my cooking sheet here with aluminum foil, so the cleanup is super simple. I'm going to just spray it with some cooking spray. Again, try not to add any extra fats to it so we can eat more cheese. Or avocado if you like avocado. So I just spray that down, slice this sucker open, and then honestly just try to keep my hands off of it. I just kind of squeeze it out of here. It's kind of gross, but it's the easiest way to do it. Right onto that pan. Toss this sucker. And then I'm just going to pop this guy in the oven, and then we're going to come back and make our slaw. Hey guys, we are back. We got our tenderloin cooking in the oven. Remember, 275, nice and slow. Just kind of keep watching it. Make sure that temperature so it's cooked all the way through. But while we're waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and make our spicy slaw. So again, I just use the Kroger brand coleslaw mix. You don't have to dice up and cut up all the veggies. And Stu and I like to eat this for leftovers, so I usually just make a whole bag. So you can modify that depending on how many people. And if you're super concerned with the add-ins like the mayonnaises and the spices, you could go ahead and portion everybody's out. Sometimes I'll go ahead and put like Stu's in a little bowl in mine. That way I know exactly how much I'm adding to each. But I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this sucker in here. Probably don't need all of it, so we'll just put it in here. Then I use fat-free mayo. You can use light mayo, you can use an olive oil-based mayo, you can use Greek yogurt. There's a lot of different ways to doctor this up, but again, we're just trying to make some room for some avocado or guacamole or cheese, so we're trying to get a little bit of less fat elsewhere. Remember on your measuring cups, this is a liquid measuring cup. The little other cups, the little plastic cups, are for dry ingredients, so you want to make sure you're measuring liquids in a liquid measuring cup. I'm going to do about 1/3 of a cup in here. Again, you guys need to decide how much your family likes. More mayonnaise, just make sure you log it. Okay, so I'm going to put about 1/3 of a cup. Make sure you kind of get it down the side so you're looking at it right. Okay, and then I'm just going to get them in there. We don't like ours super mayonnaise-y, that's just our preference. Get it in there, and then I have just discovered this Bolthouse Farms cilantro avocado. It is a yogurt-based dressing, 3.5 grams of fat for 2 tablespoons and only 1 carb. So it's not super sugary, okay? So just make sure, again, I'm just gonna put a tablespoon of it just to give us a little bit of extra, got a little excited there, a little bit of extra flavor in there instead of using more mayonnaise. Put that in, and then, again, I got the reduced sodium. Everything has so much salt. Anytime you can get a reduced sodium, black beans, canned soups, tomato sauces, chicken broths, it's really exciting to be able to cut some sodium. And I'm not going to be able to open this. I'm using my teeth. Just gnaw it off of there. Who cares? I don't use the whole thing either, okay? Just sprinkle it in. I'd go less at first, mix it up, taste it. You can always add more, you can't take it out. So I'm gonna get this all doctored up, mixed up, and then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge, all right? See you guys back in a sec. Welcome back. We are ready to cut this pork tenderloin up. So just to remind you guys, we baked this at 275. I popped it in just before 4 o'clock. It's about 5:15. So it depends on your oven, but just keep checking it. You want it to be moist, but cook pretty slow. So what Stu and I like to do is we cut it up real fine, and then we let it simmer down in some diced tomatoes. So this is just the Kroger brand of like a Rotel. It's got the green chilies. They have all different kinds. Just find a flavor you like. You could also just use a can of salsa, but it just gives it that infused flavor and just lets it cook down a little bit more. So again, any kind of diced tomatoes you want. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in our big pot here. I'm not gonna cut up the whole tenderloin, it'll take forever, but literally we just go through it. We just cut it super fine and just keep cutting it. You can see it's got that good crust on the outside, nice and done. With pork, you can serve it a little bit, you know, medium well, but we like ours done all the way through. So again, I'm not going to cut it all the way up, but we just dice it real fine, just like a pulled pork. I mean, you can see if I pick this guy up, he's just pulling apart really nice. He's super tender. So we just cut him down, pop him in here. I'm just gonna put it on low on the stove top and just let it cook down. So once this guy's done, we'll get all our ingredients out and make our tacos. See you back in a few. We are ready to build our tacos. So I've already weighed out my pork. You can see we kind of cooked it down so it stayed nice and moist in that can of diced tomatoes. I just weighed out my 4 ounces. So again, whatever portion you've decided you need to hit your protein, went ahead and weighed that out, and then I measured out my slaw, a cup of slaw. Again, you can modify it, and also depends on what you add to it as to how much you can get away with. Got my tortillas. We already talked about 3 of these is 24 carbs, so if you want to double them up or just build your tacos, just lay them out here. I got 4, I don't get 4. Okay, I like to put a little just mixed greens down. It kind of helps to keep the tortilla from getting too soggy, because the meat can get a little soggy. So I just like to put little mixed greens down on mine. Then I'll just portion out my meat here on my 3 tacos. Sometimes we just stack them up too. We just build like an open face taco. So just kind of decide how much you want per taco. And then you got your fixins. So I got some fresh cilantro here. I've already weighed out my ounce of cheese. So again, the things that are calorically dense, you really want to make sure you weigh out. I don't weigh out my onions and cilantro and all that. Just kind of decide how much you like. Fix them up. I'm just going to make one good one to show you guys what they look like. But that, and then this is a little fresh jalapeno here. Get some of my cheese. And this I like because it just crumbles up really good. So we just crumble it up per taco. And then with the slaw, sometimes people like to put it on there. I just like it on the side. So once you build those tacos, then you can just put your slaw on the side. And you got, look at that. That is a plate of food. 38 carbs, 30 protein, 10 fat for all of that. So enjoy, make your pork tacos, and save some fat by doing it at home. Thanks, enjoy, see you next time.